Marianne, would you like to do your presentation, please?
Thank you, Bishop. And I've met you actually, just as a side note, in Thornham when you came to facilitate there amongst my family. So I'm originally from Thornham. My surname is Ngomezulu, but my maiden surname is Cunningham. So we've met previously very briefly.
Yes.
Yes,
Nice
yes.
to read.
Now you understand where the genes come from. My
Yes.
grandfather was a subsistence farmer in the Tsitsikamma. As I'm talking, I'm just walking you through the gardens at the Native Root Shelter. It's a homeless shelter for homeless adults. And what we've done here is nobody wanted the shelter in Plettenberg Bay. We can be very nasty sometimes as a town, but we've got the biggest, most beautiful hearts once we get over our initial fear. So in those startup days, there wasn't a lot of support. And I said to the guys that was here, let us just start planting our own food. Let us do what we can with what we have. And I called a friend of mine, Olivia Poluta, and I said, I don't have a budget. What do you suggest? And she said, go for Yugal culture. Yugal culture is where you use garden refuse to build your garden. So as where I'm standing currently, I'm standing currently, this area was just weeds and stones. Okay, so all these stone pathways, these stones we had to basically dig out. There was no soil. There was no soil here. The soil that you see here, we've generated with garden refuse. So we built these massive, long raised beds, some of them up to 1.5 meters high, just layering stumps and grass and leaves and twigs until we had a 1.5 meter high bed. So they were running across these areas. One of them was about 30 meters long. And so all of that with a little bit of poop, manure. And this is what we've got. This area was flat.
Usaphila.
So
Nizosincedisa.
this is how we've literally, if you look at the height of the soil now, the soil was the same level with the paving here, and you'll see it's about 300 meters high. This is all decomposed matter. We got all the garden service people to come and drop off their garden refuse. And basically, we've taken that and we've built this garden on top of garden refuse. And it's taken us some time to do that because we had to wait for people to cut their grass and clear their gardens. But what you see here is a mixture of food and medicinal plants. And I'm just going to walk back. It's also wash day at the shelter. And the shelter is different in that we only use white bedding for our clients. So we're not washing for a guest house. Okay? And we've got 2 dogs. And that is Fly. We're turning a compost heap over here. That's our compost. That was created about 3 months ago. Good morning, everyone. Molo Fly. Yes. And here's our little chicken coop. We've got 4 chickens. Hello. Mora Sale. Okay. So there we go. This is a shed that we've built. Our people here at the shelter have built their own shed, built their own gardens. And at the moment, we are focusing on doing gardens outside the shelter. So one of the gardens we've done first was the the pavement garden in front of the shelter, which is about 3.5 meters wide, and there's our bananas. In the middle of Plettenberg Bay, let me tell you this. Okay. We've got recycling also happening here. There's all our bananas. And as you can see, our basins where we wash our hands and our veggies are going straight into our banana trees. So we're now going out, now that we've almost used every single space in the shelter, we are now going out to town and we are beautifying areas. One of the most recent, one of the most recent gardens we've done was in a township in our industrial area behind the hall. They cleared it end of October, sorry. By November, we asked somebody to take in some topsoil for us, and we fortified that topsoil with compost and with bone meal, and we, by mid-December, there was vegetables growing in that area. That used to be a devastated, overgrown area. This is our front garden. As you can see, lots of fruit trees. None of this was here when we started 6.5 years ago. There in the front is our pavement garden, and it's got flowers and food and everything else. So what I would say to people is, if we look at the Bossiesgif garden, what they've done there, my friend Kathy and Men on the Move, whom Anthony knows, they came and approached us and said, please come and help us. And we went in there and we said to them, we will give you compost, we will give you bone meal, and we'll give you seedlings and a lot of companion plants. And by mid-December, that garden was established. And it confirmed what we've believed to be true, that everybody can eat from the soil. And we don't need these fancy things. We need to go to our municipal transfer stations, ask them to chip all their garden refuse, build on that. You know, we can build on that. And with a little bit of compost, a little bit of testing. This is our turmeric patch. So turmeric is doing very well here, except that it's very dry. What this garden has shown us, if we stop worrying about what we don't have and we work with what we've got, we can all eat from our gardens. We can all do that. I just need to show you the flower of the turmeric plant. That's it. Because it remains one of the most beautiful flowers for me personally. There we go. It's like almost like an orchid. But what this garden and all the other gardens that we've been involved in shows us is that we can all make it happen. We don't have to go and have fancy stuff. We can utilize what we've got. We can go to our dump sites and say, chip that garden refuse up for us, and you layer the garden refuse with a little bit of manure and a little bit of soil, and you have got the start of a beautiful garden. This garden is a testimony to the principles that we embrace here, that we don't believe anything is rubbish. We utilize absolutely everything. And including our waste. And we've actually cleared the waste transfer station at the Bito Municipal Dump by asking them to come and drop off everything here. Their wood chips, and this is what this garden was built on. It's very, very dry, and we're not allowed to water in our water tanks, which we've got 6, but we would love to have 12 because our roof allows for 12. But at the moment, we are also do something for ourselves, do something for our community. And we have beautified all the entrances to every settlement in Plettenberg Bay, like the Cracks, Wittedrift, New Horizons, Kwanakutula. So now that we've done that, we want to go in and do schools, and we're busy building. We want to do at every school, go and teach the principles or the principles of Yugal culture, and to make people understand that it's not so difficult. It shouldn't be so hard to start food gardens. And this is our nursery. It started also with the wood, with the dumping of garden refuse, and we've expanded it. And it was empty last year when we did the gardens at the taxi rank and at these entrances to all the areas. So I don't know if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thank you.